Hello again, farmers. I am Jim Bob. Welcome back to American Outback. And today we have a busy day ahead of us in terms of looking after our cows. If we just take a quick look at our animal overview page, you'll see our cows are very, very close to having no food left whatsoever. So we have a lot of power food to make. We need to put some fresh straw in, give them water. We need a lot of new grass as well. And we also need to fertilise all of our fields. So we're going to start off running a weeder over our crops. We're going to use our Puma for this. Actually, no, we need the Puma for our baling work. So we use the Optum. Looking a little bit low on fuel, so let's just give that a quick top up. So a quick recap on where we are. We have field 119 and field 20. They have sunflowers on them. Field 2 has grass that is starting to grow, and then field 6 and field 45, they are growing soybean. You can see they're all in the first stage of growth, so it's time for us to run a weeder over those fields, get them up to stage 1 fertilisation, because none of our fields are fertilised at all at the moment. Of course, I want to future-proof this against crop destruction, so we're going to go and change the wheel setup. Oh, we're not quite close enough by the look of it. There we go. So let's swap those for the narrow twins. There we go. And our weeder is tucked away there next to our spraying kit. Oh, there we go. We've also fixed the colour scheme on our bale trailer, as you can see. That's now matching the rest of our equipment. So let's get this over to field 119, and we'll start weeding over there first of all. Alright, now that that is being dealt with, let's start sorting out the bales. The bales, the bales! For some reason I couldn't resist doing a little Notre Dame parody there. Not entirely sure why. I do apologise. Alright, so how are we looking for straw? Let's just bring up our animal page. Yeah, we definitely need to top up some straw. You can see our food is now run out completely as well. So I expect we're going to use up a lot of these bales. Probably all of our food bales will get used up. Not so sure about the straw bales. We'll use up a fair few of those, but in terms of our grass, well, sorry, our hay and our silage, they're pretty much all going to get used up, I think. And we still need to get some grass sorted out as well. just top up the straw first of all. There we go. How are we looking now? That's not too bad actually. We can probably get away with just 2 more bales. Thought we'd use up a lot more straw than that. So let's carefully lift 2 bales off that stack if we can. We're going to have to pull the whole stack out, I think. There we go. Alright, let's go drop these in. Yeah, straw is now pretty much full. We could possibly squeeze 1 more in, but I'm not going to risk it. So let's grab our mixing wagon that's over here. We really do need a bigger mixing wagon than this, but we just don't have the money for it at the moment. I really want to get the pecan mixer, but it's a little bit too expensive. We need 130,000 or so, I think, for that, and well, we're about 100,000 short. So we'll make do with our Silo King here. I mean, this will do the job. It'll just mean a lot more trips. So, plonk that just there. Let's push these 2 straw bales back in, now that we don't need them anymore. Nice and simple, nice and straightforward. So, time for us to do some heavy-duty mixing of food. And we're using the 50-50 method. We've got plenty of straw down, so all we need is a half and half mix of hay. Oops, did not mean to do that. Yeah, all we need is a half and half mix of hay and silage. Have to improvise a little bit here because of the way I knocked these over. There we go. That'll do. And as we have a 16,000 litre, that's 4 bales, so 2 hay and then 2 silage. And then they will combine with the straw that's already down in the feed area. And give us a nice big dose of power food. Ooh, that was clumsy. There's nearly a bit of an issue there. Sometimes it's a little hard to judge heights when you're at the wrong camera angle. There we go, we have a load of food mixed up. That's our first batch. Let's go get this dropped into the food trough. and it's unloading on the other side for some reason. These things are supposed to empty on either side, but for some reason it's chosen to empty on that side. I'm not entirely sure why. We can see there our silage and hay is going up as well as our power food. So we have a little bit of food there for our cows. Enough to get through the rest of this day, no problem at all, but, yeah, well, I think enough to get through. We've got 87 cows now, so yeah, we have a lot more than we started with. They're producing around about $43,000 of milk a day, which is a really nice little income, but we can do better. And this is the only drawback to these smaller mixer wagons, is just how long it takes to actually make the trips. To mix up the batch, tip it, and then get back, reposition the trailer. This is why I want to get the Pecan mixer, because it's 64,000 litre capacity. You know, it's 4 times the capacity of the mixer that we have here. So we can mix up huge batches. Get a lot more done in a single go. There we go, that's the next batch done. Let's see if we can actually get it to tip into our feed trough this time around. Let's try approaching from the other side. Oh, hang on, we've got an option here. Tip side left, tip side right. Let's go tip side right. Never noticed that before. Choice of tip side. So let's see if we can actually get this into the trough. Just about. Okay, so I'm going to carry on mixing up some bales, and then we'll check in a little while. This could well be the last load that we need to put through. We've almost filled the food trough now. Let's tuck in behind our Juno here. As you can see, we've almost maxed these bars out. Next we need to really concentrate on grass. So I'm not sure yet whether we will go with grass bales or loose grass. I think grass bales would make a little bit more sense. In fact, do we even have grass bales left over from the last grass feed that we did? I can't remember if we used loose grass or not. Let's take a look. There's no bales over here, so I'm guessing we used loose grass and just dumped in. And all of a sudden, traffic decides to just drive down our farm road, in the middle of the road as well. So inconsiderate. Alright, so we're done with the mixer. Let's go put that away. And for now we're done with our baling equipment as well, so we can probably drop the claws off as well. We've used up quite a few grass and silage bales, as you can see. Used up probably half of the supply that we had. So we'll drop our bale fork just here. That straw's going to last us ages if that's all we needed to use this time out. And let's drop the weight off. So we've got some space in a shed over here for this. There we go. So now we need to do some grass work, and we're going to go with loose grass. Just be a little bit quicker, I think. So we'll get that at the ready. Of course, loose grass means we need to do some mowing, so we'll use our little Massey mower here. This is a great little device. I mean, I wish we had access to a working Big M. But in the absence of one of those, this is a very worthy substitute. On its own, just as a mowing unit, it's okay. It's a little limited, being that it has a 5-meter header. You know, it doesn't give us the widest range. Oops. But having said that, when we combine it with other things, so being able to do a 5-meter cut and bale it and stack it at the same time, or do a 5-meter cut and head it and still keep it rowed at the same time, that's when it really starts to shine. In my opinion, anyway. So let's get some grass cut. So useful having this little paddock just here. Obviously the field that we've put down for grass is nowhere near ready yet. I don't think it's even started sprouting grass yet. Oh no, it has just. You can see we've got a green texture showing through there on the field. It'll be in the very first stage of grass growth there. Still a long way from being ready to start collecting though. And we used that field there to do some silage prep. We're going to start filling the bunker next to our cows, get them a nice big load of silage there, ready for when we do get up to the pecan mixer. Nice sweeping path for our loading wagon to follow. If we had a smaller loading wagon, then we could do that as we were going, but we'd have to keep stopping and stop mowing, and it's easier to just mow the grass and then go in afterwards with a much larger capacity loading wagon. So we'll do one more lap, and then that should be enough grass, I think, for at least a first run with our cows. And then we can always come back and cut a little bit more if we need to. So I'll finish this mowing off, and then we'll go grab our loading wagon. There we go. Let's just move this out of the way. That'll do. How are we getting on over here? Now we've almost finished the field. Let's just make sure he's not missed any bits. No, we've got good coverage. A little dark patch there from a previous run that wasn't harvested properly, by the look of it. So what do we need? There we go, the Puma. And we'll do this in cab. So lower the pickup, turn her on. I have absolutely no idea how much grass we're going to need, but I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere around the lines of 20 to 30,000 litres is probably what we'll need. Maybe we'll need a little bit more, and we'll have to wait and see. But these first two passes should hopefully be enough. And yeah, we've got plenty of the field left that we can cut if we need to. Plus we have more than one of these sort of meadows dotted around this farm. There's loads of them. I've seen quite a lot of people convert this area into a sort of a second storage depot. We don't really need to do that ourselves. We don't have anywhere near enough equipment to fill up what we have at the farm. And there is an absolute ton of storage at the farm. So many buildings. It doesn't mean we won't expand our storage in the future, but at this stage, yeah, we just have no need to. I mean, we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 tractors, 1 combine, a truck and some trailers, and then a few field tools, and all of those fit very nicely into the sheds that we currently have. And we have shed space left over, so there's no need to you know, set up a second depot anywhere else at this stage. A little gurgle from my stomach there. So we've not had a lot of mod activity so far this week. The testing thread was updated today and quite a few items disappeared off it, but nothing has been released as I record this. I will probably check actually mid-recording and see if anything goes live. It's around about 2:30 in the afternoon as I record this right now. So maybe something will be getting pushed live, if not now then very soon. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously I'll probably have finished recording and something will get pushed live. That's just generally the way it happens. I'll say we might see something today, but we haven't seen anything yet, and then as soon as I start recording and start editing, everything gets released. Huge flurry of mods. And we have seen recently as well that mods tend to be getting released on Wednesdays and Fridays. I think that's just because of the way items are being tested. We've seen a few items fail testing recently, which is always a shame, but as long as they come back in, then there's hope that we will still get them. The one in particular that everyone is really hoping is going to come is the Fent 800 favourite that's been through testing twice now and appears to have failed both times. Haven't seen that been resubmitted yet. But I'm keeping my fingers crossed that we will get that. I'm really hoping that that Fent does make it across, because that would be a great addition to Fent Farm. There we go. And of course the BSM Legend truck is working its way through testing as we speak. And Black Sheep's stuff is usually pretty good at passing testing first time. It doesn't always pass first time, but usually it does. So that means we could well see that this week. We won't be bringing it onto this farm, but we will definitely be taking it to Mustang Valley for Big Bud Farm. So let's unload the grass. We do have a little bit left over, so let's just leave the trailer there for now. Now we need water as well, so once again we've got traffic just driving down the middle of our roads. God damn you, traffic. Let's go collect our water container, and then we'll top our animals up as well. So we've got about 12,000 litres of water here. I don't know if that's going to be enough. We might have to go top our trailer up. Actually, we've got away with that. Water's pretty much full as we ran out. I mean, we are definitely going to have to top this up anyway. And for that, we're going to switch for the quad track. Something with a little bit more grunt than this Puma. Because we're going to do the free refill by driving down the riverbanks. There's a few different places where we can try and get down there for water. Some of them are easier than others. They're all pretty steep in certain places. And 32,000 litres of water, in a trailer does weigh an awful lot. So our little Puma, valiant little workhorse that it is, does struggle when it's trying to pull that up a steep embankment. So let's break out the big guy. And I do love the interior of this quad track. It just feels simple. A little understated by some of the tractors that we have, but very functional. Like everything's laid out with a purpose. I'd say minimalistic it would be perhaps a good way to describe it. And of course I love the fact that we have these huge viewing angles in here. Let's try and make our way down. Probably should have turned around and back down here. We can make it. There we go. So let's start filling that up. And Giants have just released a tweet saying, "Did you know you can sell eggs? Hashtag Wednesday Wisdom." Looks like they're trying to do a thing on Wednesday. So maybe we'll start getting little useful bits of facts and hints and tips from Giants on Wednesdays now. We'll see if that happens next week as well. Alright, trailer is just about full. There we go. So let's make our way back up the embankment. Oh, stomach is really gurgling. I do apologise if you can hear it. Probably should have eaten something before I started recording. You see, even our mighty quad track is struggling a little bit at getting up this hill. Now, Puma would really hate us for that. But we did it, we made it, so... Oh, we don't need to top the animals up, do we? They're pretty much full. So we'll just take this straight over then to our greenhouses and leave it there. Actually, we've got enough money. I'd like to buy a third greenhouse. So let's do that. Let's drop the trailer off and then we'll look at buying a third greenhouse. Maybe we could even buy a different style. We have tomatoes. We could perhaps look at maybe getting a lettuce greenhouse. We'll see. I do like the style of those tomato greenhouses. Oh, big sneeze. Sorry for that. Right, so let's pull up the placeables. Where are greenhouses? There we go. So let's zoom out a bit. We have plenty of space. And the question now is, where do we put one? So I'm thinking we put one in here. But I'm also thinking we could put a couple in here as well. See, placement becomes a little bit of an issue around here because of that back fence. Maybe we just have one in just there, perhaps. I don't know. I get the feeling that we could actually have some kind of placing building just in there. I don't know. And it doesn't seem to want to put one in very comfortably around here. I mean, there's scope, theoretically, for us to put 2 greenhouses in if we had the money. Put another one alongside this one. But I'm just going to put one here, I think. Seems like a good place to put one. So we'll drop that there. There we go. Now we'll add some water. And we'll check if the other 2 need a quick top up as well. They shouldn't do. I think we actually dealt with those in the previous episode. These guys should be fine. But we'll check anyway. Might as well. Oh, no, they could do with a little bit of a top up. There we go. And I think we'll actually take the trailer back with us, load up with some more manure, because we have very little left over here as well, so there we go. Right, how's our guy doing? He's just finishing off field 119. So let's get this over to our cow field and get ready to start putting some manure in here. Let's get our worker set up here on field 20. So we're back in the Buma. Got the weight attached. Learned that lesson from last time where we were very unstable with just a single bucket of manure. And we're getting all hooked up. And we'll get this trailer filled nice and quickly. You can see we're actually producing so much manure that I can take a big chunk out of this and it instantly fills back up. That's how much of a sort of a surplus we have outside of the fill zone there. So we're going to need to look at getting a manure spreader at some point very soon as well. We could certainly save a bit of money in fertilizer costs with all this manure. This trailer's almost full already. Not been messing around. Very quick on the unloading process here. I reckon we've got 1 or 2 more scoops to go. So we'll close that down. We'll take that a little bit with us as well. Might as well. Let's... Oops. No, I want that. Let's drop the weight. I'm going to pick that up at the front. Once we've hooked onto the trailer for a bit of rear ballast. Oh, I'm the wrong way. I forgot I'm facing the wrong way. Alright, we'll have to try and do it this way first. Hope we don't get tipped forward. No, we're okay. Just. You can see we're struggling a little bit. Wheels are spinning. Not making proper contact with the ground there. We get away with it. Definitely need the hazards on for this, I think. again, it's really busy down this road today. Normally, see very little traffic, and today it's just been non-stop. You know, I'm going to use that tarmacked area there as my poop chute for now. So let's unload there. Trailer put away because we don't need it now. There we go. And we'll drop the weight. There we go. Right, so let's top up our 2 pre-existing greenhouses and add a little bit of manure to our brand new one. We missed, didn't we? Yeah. So we should have had some left over. I think we got it all. Actually missed quite a bit. Yeah, there we go. That's about right. That's where we should have been. These 2 topped up, and then that last little bit of manure will transfer back over to the other side of the road. So that one's done. And that one. And hopefully we'll be able to get the last of that in this bucket. There's not a lot left. Yep, there we go. So there we go, we have a 3rd greenhouse now. An extra little bit of hourly income. I think they only produce $20 an hour. Not a lot, but they help. That said, it's going to be a while before we can pay off the money we've spent, you know, investing in that particular greenhouse. It'll take a while to earn back its 25 grand, that's for sure. But as long as we keep it full of manure and topped up with water, that'll actually prove to be quite a useful little resource for us. That's another field finished, so we have field 2 with the grass to get fertilised, and then field 45 and field 6 are 2 soybean crop fields. So a little bit of fertilising field work still to go. Episode 4 of my Avon Colony playthrough has just gone live on the channel, so please do take a moment to check that out if you get the chance. It's a cracking little city build sim set in space. We are heading away from Earth. We found a planet called Avon Prime, and we are setting up small little lunar colonies, landing colonies, all over the planet. And then it's my job to go in and turn those into much more sustainable, thriving colonies. And as we're progressing through the campaign, we're learning more about some of the different features as well. We will do a sandbox build at some point in the future of that. We'll see how long it takes before we get to that. And City Skylines is coming in a couple of weeks' time. It's just under 2 weeks away now from a PS4 release. It's been out on Xbox One for a while, and obviously it's been out for PC for quite some time, much more in depth on PC than it will be on console. That kind of goes without saying, but really looking forward to City Skylines. I've seen a lot of YouTube vids of PC players playing that, and I've seen a little bit of Xbox footage as well, so I have got a kind of a rough idea as to what to expect, and I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with that game. I'm going to bring some of that to the channel as well. We'll get a nice big city built as a sandbox experience, I think, as our playthrough for City Skylines. So keep an eye out for that one. That'll be coming to the channel in a couple of weeks' time. And as I say, do please check out Avon Colony. It is a fun little game. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and you know, I think there's some of you out there would actually quite enjoy this game as well. So definitely worth thinking about a purchase for yourself. The grass is done. We are making our way through field 6, and then in the background there you can see field 4 and 5, or 45 as I like to call it, ready and waiting for us. That one's going to take quite a long time to do, so this guy's going to be busy for the rest of the day, just running up and down these fields in a weeder. Let's see, is there anything else that we can do on our farm while we're waiting? When we look at our animal tab, you can see our cows are now looking much, much happier. Up to 88 cows. Full cleanliness, plenty of water, straw, grass, silage and hay, and power food. Those bars are all nicely full now. We have going to do this 2 more times for these fields, get them all fully fertilized. It's going to be a long job to get these ready to go, so I think I'll probably do the next couple of stages of fertilizing off camera, and when we come back we'll do a harvest. So here's where I'm going to throw it open to you guys, and I'm looking at bringing Massey Manor back once we have the patch for the old school equipment, the old generation pack. And I'm torn between a few different maps as to which one to actually do my my playthrough on. So I want to hear your suggestions. Let me know what map you would like to see on Massey Manor brought back on. Do you want to see it return to old stream as we tried to do last time before we had those bugs that crashed everything? Do you want to see us do it on something different? What about the golden days of farming? What about one of the other maps that are out there? Yeah, maybe even something like you know, I don't really want to go back to Cobra, seeing as we've just left Cobra, but you know, I'll listen to all your suggestions, you know, and I'll help take that into account when I decide which map I want to do the reboot or the reboot of Massey Manor on. So let me know in the comment section, and we will have a look at that and see what we do. And I'm also considering doing a small Let's Play run on a logging map. Just a small one. Just a sort of a little mini series, maybe 10 episodes. So if you're interested in seeing sort of a logging Let's Play, then let me know about that as well in the comments section. You can also message me on my Facebook page, which I'll link in the description down below. Please do get in touch and let me hear your thoughts on whether you want to see a logging Let's Play. We have a couple of different logging maps to choose from at the moment. We have Emerald Valley logging and Smoky Mountain logging, and of course Pacific Inlet logging is on the way at some point in the near future as well. That is currently going through testing, so we'll potentially have 3 different maps to choose from. Let me know if you're interested in seeing a logging Let's Play, and if you are, let me know which map you would like to see it on as well. Like I said, it's only going to be a short mini-series, probably maybe 10 episodes or so. Maybe a couple more. We'll see how we go. But I am definitely considering doing a short logging Let's Play. And again, let me know what map you would like to see Massey Manor brought back to life on. So with that, I think we'll end this episode. I'll carry on fertilising these fields off camera, and then in the next episode when we come back, as I say, we'll start harvesting our new crops, start rebuilding our supplies after that great big sale of everything that we had, and start to make a little bit more money. I am Jim Bob, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all very soon.